Okay, hello and welcome back. My name is Guild Navigator, and today we're continuing our Let's Play series as Morocco into Al Andalus. I might just start saying Let's Play series as Al Andalus at the beginning of my episodes, but I kind of like sticking to the old format. How are you guys enjoying this? This more like 2014 is kind of like the vibe that I've been trying to go for, 2015 style Let's Play series. I mean, I obviously I like being able to just yap into the camera. I think it's kind of nice not having to think about chat. I mean, obviously, if there was a chat, I would be down to talk with them. That sounds very cool. And a little bit like hope on my part to say that I wouldn't like it, but it is nice not having the distraction and not feeling like I'm being watched all the time. I've almost finished the Andalusi slave uprising. Only a couple of months left, and it will be completely eliminated. Like it never existed. 3 months left, I think. Let's see, is my proximity beginning to push? It is pushing pretty good here. Like, I have like 30 proximity there. I think I could get away with annexing these Algerians. What do they have? Legumes, salt, wool. And what are they? The other, like, I don't think that they're people who I have as a culture. I could accept another culture. I can tolerate them is pretty good, and then I can fit some more. Down there in that corner. And there's obviously Algerians. So if I ended up annexing those vassals, that would make a bigger difference. They don't really take very much of the capacity up. Sure, I don't mind. I'll accept you guys. Next month, and they're gone. They're gone forever. Just building a spy network on you. I guess I had not actually begun doing it. Wow. Wow. And then what's gonna happen? What's gonna happen on the next month? Because they're at 0% progress. Do they get gotten rid of? He just keeps cracking down. So if I get rid of has any progress, are they still there? Andalusi slave revolt, they are. Yeah, and they're gonna just like slowly begin to tick up again. Okay, that was kind of a waste of time. I could have taken them off a little while ago, but it is what it is. Andalusi again. Yeah, I just keep converting those Castilians. I hate Castilians. Actually, that was a look, I promise you. I don't mean it the way it sounds like. In this game, I hate Castilians. That is the nice thing is playing as like Morocco. It's like, I feel like I could get away with saying like, I hate Castilians. It's like, there's something like kind of soft, safe, edgy about it. It's, do I just give you 4? Sure. And then I think he might be my oldest. Nice. Plus 10% cultural influence, always good. My daughter. Marry a noble. My cousin. Let's see. Let's see if I can find a single person who I'm not related to. It's just so funny. It said that person's my brother-in-law, so maybe... Oh, this is the first one. Okay. Let's mix up the gene pool. Mix it up, you know? Spice things up a little bit. I could probably replace these advisors with better ones, in principle. Yeah, like, I don't think I want... I definitely want all of these people to be my family members. But, you know, if they can be better, why not? They should also be my family member. Whatever, I'll put my king on the boat. He's the admiral now. And then the commander of the army should also be a family member. Great. Current debt. Great, got rid of that. Happiness among the merchant. Okay, that's cool. Yeah, the slave uprising, it's slowly ticking up. Arranged marriage with noble. What did this person I marry you to have? That looked like some kind of like congenital trait. No, they're a glory seeker. That's good. And you already have quite a few of my daughters or cousins or something. Sisters. I have 14 kids. That's crazy. Been putting in the work. Sure. How are my institutions spreading? So New World is slowly spreading. Printing press is also slowly spreading. Pike and Shaw is spreading. Okay, cool. As long as they're spreading, that's like all that I really actually care about. I guess I might as well start the explorations. I will say that I wish that this game had I don't like the way the exploration system in this game works. Like, it's weird that I can't send a ship like Vasco da Gama. Like, I'm not going to be able to round the Horn of Africa until I've like explored the Horn of Africa. And I feel like it would be cooler if you could do kind of like little expeditions, you know, where you're getting like let me send one boat and it like goes and it comes back and it like tells me a little bit about what's going on there, and then I keep having to send like boats or something. I think that sounds interesting. Sure. Get married. Everybody get married. Yeah, I'm glad I gave my crown prince 4 spouses, because then now they'll pop them out. Bum 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 bum. Yeah, just bringing up the maritime presence, and that's gonna increase my capacity. Do I have port? Is it harbor? Harbor. I think I built those everywhere I could, right? I did. It's like, let's look here. You have 94 proximity to the capital. That's pretty good. Yeah, it's like so cool. It basically goes in the ports and then it spreads from there. So like, I think it makes sense for me to build out the roads from Lisboa. Nice, I finished an annexation. Okay, I'm annexing them. I just can do it anywhere. I just don't want to do it in my capital. Dude, this song is so loud. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, everybody. I turned the music up in the last time I played. He's dead. I can't replace him with anything. No, I'm just gonna automate exploration. Do whatever they want. Okay. That's fine. Because not great. Like, I don't want spiritualist, but I'm not gonna crash out over it either. I still wonder how I lost all that stability. Like, I'm not sure what happened. I had somehow gone from like 20 stability to like minus 80. Yeah, I don't care that much about having a small amount of gold. Okay, theaters. These are really good. And the reason that theater is good is that if you see it gives you plus 0.2 cultural tradition. And that may not sound like a lot, like plus 0.2. But if you go here, you go to cultures, and you go to Moroccan, right? This is what we have. You can see that cultural tradition is plus 27, plus 28 right now. And that's from locations. I'm not sure. But basically, if I build 10 theaters, I thought that these were better. I felt like they were better. Maybe I'm going crazy. If I built 10, that's 2. So if I built 100, that would be the same as what I'm currently producing. And each one costs 78 gold. So 100 of these would be 7,800. So basically I could, for like 7,000 gold, I still think that that's pretty good. For like 7 or 8,000 gold, I can basically just like double my cultural tradition growth. And cultural tradition is, I think it's the attack. One is the attack, one is the defense. Like in terms of like for annexations, I think. But basically it's it just makes your culture more powerful, which makes annexing things easier. It will allow you, in principle, to get the where is it? Great powers. There's currently no economic hegemon. Okay. But like, where's cultural hegemon? Here it is, cultural hegemon. So you can see that if my cultural influence gets above 300, then I get to become a cultural hegemon. And the cultural hegemon gives me more cultural tradition, which is fine. But the best thing is it gives me the ability to assimilate an area, which just like massively increases your assimilation speed. So for that reason, I'm going to keep building theaters. They also consume a lot of like goods that I like having the consumption of it high. Wait, so that's tradition. That doesn't actually affect this, right? Then maybe I'm going crazy. Maybe it isn't actually as good. Maybe theaters aren't as good as I thought they were. I feel like the more I look at it, the less good they are. I'm just going to keep building them. I like them. I like the idea of giving everyone theaters. Nice. My theaters are going to be coming online soon. They also just they create, I believe, burgers, which I always like. I like anything that makes more burgers, because burgers are awesome. Lowers unrest. Yeah, I just think it's generally good. Look, I'm just gonna keep building them. Can't stop me. I could, I think, call another jihad. I can. Do I call a jihad against Mali? Maybe. Because when does this expire? When does my truce expire? My truce expires in November of 48. No, I'm gonna wait. Mali is still like only a side course. Now Navarra. Do I go after Navarra? I think I do, right? It just seems so logical too. I mean, it's gonna bring in some other people, but I don't think I really have any choice. Now we'll see. I'm hopeful that I can do it with just my armies in Spain. That will save me from having to carry them across, ferry them across. Although, you know, when I go to war against Castile, I'm almost certainly gonna have to call forward my armies from Morocco again, which is always really annoying because it involves having to ferry them one at a time by boat. I do have quite a bit of manpower. I could really beef out my army. I think some more cannons would be great. Like that's, wow. Why does it go into the deep ocean? Oh, there's pirates. Okay, I need to go deal with the pirates. Rather than do that. Okay, there's 16,000. Wow, you are goated. Who the hell are you? Our ruler's son. Is this our crown prince? I would love for it to be our crown prince. It's not. It's him. I guess our actual heir is pretty good also. Look, just for that, I'm going to give you as many wives as you can stomach. And for that, I mean for being badass. I wish there was a kind of eugenic system in this game. It would be a very easy thing to add because all you'd have to do is just add heritable traits, and then you know you'd add a little fun mini game. Am I climbing the rankings? Not really. Sure. And then enforce religion. Bro, my people keep dying. I wonder if it's because I'm putting him on boats. Like, I wonder if they're dying because they're boat people. Whatever. Another random family member can go. The pirate situation, yep, they're getting crushed, as you love to see. And then I can definitely split this army up. So after the Christmas market, the Christmas fair, we went to Chili's and got the triple dipper. And you know, because if you're gonna do something a little classy, like go to Christmas market, you gotta do something a little bit low class and go to Chili's. Like, I love Chili's. Chili's is so good. The triple dipper, it's genuinely delicious. I can't say it's a great deal. It was $37. I think that was before tip. That may have been after tip for me and my wife for our triple dipper. We didn't get any apps or anything. We got the if you have a membership there, membership is just you have to sign your phone number up. You can get unlimited free chips, which were pretty good. But we didn't get any apps or anything. It was $37, which seems like a lot, but everything is so fucking expensive now. What I will say though is that it's pretty tasty, and I only it's a lot of food, so I only ended up eating like half of my triple dipper, so I get a little bonus dinner tonight. Okay, whatever the best qualified family member is. I am slowly spreading Andalusia. So it's interesting when it's a core all population growth will be from accepted or primary cultures, but I think that's only possible if there are pops of accepted or primary cultures, like in the province, which I think would make sense. New policies available. I don't know about that. How's my? I should be going humanist, right? I'm going spirit. I have spiritualist, but I'm headed humanist. It's fine. Aristocracy. Yeah, I'm going like hardcore noble power, which is pretty cool. Serfdom's great. Move in that direction. I think belligerent is better. You get less antagonism for conquering lands. And war score cost is cheaper. Or get better cabinet. Better diplomatic reputation. Definitely belligerent. Yeah, I have no idea what quantity quality is. That one. Inward, outward. Bro, this shit is so confusing. So confusing. So many systems. So many interlocking, interwoven systems. Oh, the pirates are dead. $77 over there. Yeah, I'm excited. I'm just gonna I think I can just full annex Navarra with this war, which will be great. And then I don't care about anyone else. I don't need anything else from anyone. But part of the reason that this will be so nice is that this will mean that I then definitively just control the Pyrenees. Is France in a coalition against me? No one is in a coalition against me. I saw a proposal on the subreddit to turn France into an international organization. You could call it the Crown of France. And then I thought this was a really cool idea. Basically what you would do is you have the territory owned by the French king. And then you would have basically 3 ranks of vassals. You would have the very, these independent duchies, so kind of like Flanders or Burgundy, the way that they operated in real life, where they would switch sides. And they don't always side. Brittany, so famously in the 100 Years' War, I believe at the beginning of the war, Flanders and Brittany both sided with England, which is part of the reason that England fared fairly well at the outset. That's not true in this game. That's basically impossible. There is I think there's some buttons you can click which are very expensive that may dissuade vassals. It may make it so that the vassals don't have to join the war, but it's definitely not a system that works. I mean, they'll add some 100 Years' War flavor DLC at some point. It'll be fun, but they had this idea, right? So it's you have independent duchies, and then you would have I can't remember. Just go look it up. Go look at the idea. And I thought that it was an interesting one, because then as France, you would really have to go through a more natural, organic process of consolidation. Okay, Castile. I'm gonna create a religious war, casus belli, against you. And then I have to remember to process the previous video where I accidentally said my name again. I've become very bad at that. That's the second time now that I've done it. If it happens a third time, I may just leave it, because it's not like it matters that much. Yeah, I don't care about losing a little bit of cultural tradition and cultural influence. It's fine. It's also minuscule anyway, and it's about the pace at which you're going. But maybe there's a case to be made then for getting a small number of your pops kind of everywhere. For example, I have a small number of Moroccan pops, and they appear to be growing pretty precipitously. Which, I mean, of course makes sense, and that's what happened anyway. But I want to pass them. If I look at there's Moroccans everywhere. Yeah, it's a goddamn mess. God damn mess. I have a kind of funny story. So, for a little while, I was a math teacher at the Mathnasium. I don't know if you guys know what that is. It's like a place that parents who are very neurotic about their children can send their small children to like learn math. Yeah, I actually think it's cool. I'm kind of making fun of it right now, but it is actually, I think, pretty neat. I think it's a good idea. It's great. And while I was there once, there was a kid who I was teaching, and I asked him. I was like, what do you? Yeah, I would just always ask them. I would like, if they were nervous, I'd often ask them like, oh, like what does your family do? Or, are you cool? Or, like what's going on? And I won't get too specific, but basically the kid was like, my dad is a screenwriter, and I was like, oh, that's cool. Like, I don't think I know any screenwriters. Would I recognize any of the movies that he was a screenwriter for? And the kid gets kind of sheepish and quiet, and I'm like, okay, like it's fine, like, whatever. Like I'm not gonna push it. And he was like, yeah, like you might. And he said, Around the World in 80 Days, and I realized he meant like the 2004 version, 2006 version, like the one that has like a 30% on Rotten Tomatoes. And I think about that a lot. You know, there's like a person who that's like their life. Like they were a screenwriter for, and that's like, they're probably pretty successful. They're probably more successful than I am. But I thought that was funny. And I looked up like their last name matched the last name of one of the screenwriters, like one of the top ones. So funny stuff. Let's see. Why won't you accept? Probably because I would totally annex you. But that's actually fine, because I don't want to go north of the Pyrenees, and you own one little province north of the Pyrenees. So, perfecto mundo. And I think that this is actually a perfect place to stop. I'll release them all as vassals. How are my fiefdoms doing? Because basically I just want to see how many fiefdoms I can release. Yeah, the fiefdoms are all too strong. I'll just release all of these as vassals. Custom vassal. Nope, I don't want to give a family member. I want to choose random. That way I don't get rid of a courtier. You, I will make a fiefdom though, because you're so tiny. I really like to make very small fiefdoms, because then I still get most of the advantages, but I don't have to deal with the other problems. Okay, and let's see, Castile. I could declare war on you. Not yet, because I have the truce. When does our truce... I thought it was like November of 48. Yeah, okay, cool. It just needed to update, so I could follow through on thread. Yeah, I'll just do that. Let's wait till I get a death metal, I'll declare war, and then I'll finish the episode up there. My final war. I actually don't know if this will be quite my final war against the Castilians, but it will be one of the last wars against the Castilians. Okay, on that note, thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate it. I mean that sincerely. I really do, guys. Appreciate it a lot. And I will catch you all in the next one.